Cal, you could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time.
Shake and bake!
Does that feel good?
Yeah, it rhymes. They're both verbs. It's awesome.
Welcome to the Morning After Pills Show, fantasy football picks.
Yeah, we did really good at this last week,
We
actually.
did. So we're
I'm very
due
excited.
for a letdown week.
Yeah.
We each picked three players, quarterback, wide receiver, and a running back. And this week, at quarterback, I'm going to go with Peyton Manning. I hate to do it. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but everybody itching for the Manning versus Manning Super Bowl prospect.
I'm just hoping that he comes out with more commercials, because those are fucking fun.
He's good at that.
Yeah,
Despite
they're
the
funny.
fact you think he'd be a dud,
Right.
he's funny.
Yeah.
He self-deprecates.
I
well.
enjoy those.
Back to the game. I think they're just going to run out the season. They'll make the playoffs, and then they'll just live. This is good for me, because if it becomes a Manning versus Manning possibility, guess who goes by the wayside as far as the media goes?
Brett Favre.
Brett fucking Favre.
Who
Who's
is
your quarterback?
My
Who's your quarterback?
this week,
Yeah.
Brett
Yeah.
Favre at Denver.
My hero.
Denver, he's not my hero. Denver's secondary is depleted and awful, and the Jets are playing the best ball in the world. And I think that Favre is going to throw all over him this week, and he's going to go
super.
for at least 250.
I hope he makes it the first play and goes out like Tom Brady.
He won't.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss games.
I know, that's what happens when you shoot a whole painkillers all the time. But he's the best. He's pure. He's pure. All right, running back. I'm going with Tomlinson.
Wow, Peyton Manning and Tomlinson.
Yeah, I really went out on a limb this week. I'm just trying to stick to good weeks. They have Atlanta.
They do have Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah. I think Atlanta's getting tired. I think I don't know. San Diego's got to win a game here eventually,
Well,
and they
might
have
wanna
so
go-
many weapons, and he's got to have a break. He usually comes on strong at the end of the year, and I'm just going to pick him because when I looked at it, I really couldn't find anybody that stood out to me as having a great week. So I just, like last week with wide receiver, I just went with the best name
The
in the
best
game.
one. I went a different route. I've picked anybody that's playing at St. Louis for the rest of my picks. Ronnie Brown is going to run all over St. Louis. You can mark that down. He's going to go for at least 100 yards rushing, and he might throw a touchdown, maybe catch one. He might even catch one for St. Louis if they let him. I mean,
Mark it down.
yeah, mark it down.
Mark it down. Wide receiver, I'm going with Michael Jenkins. I think he's a strong, up-and-coming wide receiver. I think, even though I went directly against Atlanta in the previous pick, I'm coming back with Michael Jenkins because I think he's coming on strong. I think he's going to have a big week. San Diego's defense obviously having some weaknesses. I mean, they're
Have
getting
some problems.
thrown up and down the field, run up and down the field. Yeah, I've been watching him. I've been looking at his stats. I think he's coming on. That's my pick for wide receiver of the week.
Nice. I stick with the old St. Louis theme and go Ted Ginn Jr., who could do it all again. He could also run one in. He could catch one, or he might even throw one. Oh,
Did he
what
do
the
that?
hell? No, he hasn't done it yet. But
Okay.
let's start it this week. It's St. Louis. They can do whatever they want in St. Louis, and they'll win 45-0.
I want to change my running back pick. I want to go with Brian Westbrook. I think he's going to have a huge week. I think he's going to have 4 touchdowns. I think he's going to have 2 receiving, 2 running. And I think the Eagles are going to slaughter the Cardinals.
Wow, you're
I'm going to
insightful.
change my pick there.
Insightful there.
All right, well, that's our fantasy picks. If you're not past your trade deadline, go out and get our guys. You guaranteed victory.
Guaranteed.
Mark it down.
Can I start over again?